the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream. You'll know that's a long-standing favorite of mine, but I got this in PR. It's Jordan Samuel Skin, the Performance Cream. They also sent the Moisture Recovery Cream, which I tried out last night and I rather liked. These are both fragrance-free. I'm gonna use this one this morning and try it out for you guys for the first time. It's got peptides in it, which are helpful for hydration, and it also has glycerin, sunflower seed wax, sodium hyaluronate. So let's give it a go. First up, we gotta check out the consistency. Looks like it's gonna be nice, light. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used a product from this brand, because when I first started on YouTube, I started hearing about it from subscribers. And I've never tried it out before. Ooh, this is nice. Goes on a little streaky. I noticed that with the other one too. It's a pleasant consistency though, kind of like a cool drink of water. My skin was ever so slightly damp, but it wasn't soaking. No. It does seem to go into the, it does seem to soak into the skin though. I'm gonna do Coat's Flawless Complexion again. I've been so happy with this sunscreen. It's underrated in my opinion. It is shiny, as I pointed out before, but so I am gonna film a video today, which should already be up because that's just the cadence of how these things go, on the new, my predictions for the new Kim Kardashian Skin by Kim line. And I don't know, what's it gonna take for the celebrity skincare fad to die out? I think it will die out when something else becomes more popular and they will move on to that genre. Like, celebrity fragrances were always the thing. And I'm not really a perfume fanatic, so I never really bothered to explore celebrity fragrances. I think sometimes they were okay, but other times not so much, was the consensus I always got. Then they branched out into makeup. Jennifer Aniston has her hair care line, which, let me know if you guys have tried any of her hair care products. Marshalls, and they have quite a nice selection of hair accessories. These claw clamps, though, it looks like kind of a weak hinge there. Marshalls has a good selection. Sorry, there's some loud cart going by. Marshalls has a pretty extensive selection of shampoos and conditioners here and hair care products. Lusty. Oh, Lucetta. I thought that said Lusty. Argan Magic. Got some hair brushes too. Here's a medley of serums. Hyaluronic acid serum, $5.99. Again, with the Kardashians and their $300 bottle of sodium hyaluronate. This one has beta glucan. It has tea leaf extract, which has antioxidants. Oh, it does have fragrance, which can be irritating, especially in hyaluronic acid serum, because hyaluronic acid can increase penetration of things. Anyways. And it also has Chondrus crispus extract, which is a marine extract, very hydrating. They've got a peptide wrinkle erase serum, soluble collagen, it's a humectant. What is the peptide in this? Acetylhexapeptide 8 and palmitoyl tripeptide 1, palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7, pentapeptide 18, palmitoyl tripeptide 37. Some of those may help in encouraging recovery, inhibiting hyperpigmentation, if they work. We also have an extensive selection of manicure tools here. Nail brushes, those are always handy to get the spirulina out from under your nails. That is a problem I deal with all the time. Like, I'll get ready to film a video and I'll be like, oh shoot, I've got the spirulina under my nails. It looks like I'm filthy. That stuff gets everywhere. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna throw a teaspoon into my smoothie because why not? A little extra protein, and then before you know it, it is everywhere. These are helpful for callus and warts, these pumice tools, except those can just stimulate more callus. Foot spa mask. What is Genie Feet? Exfoliating foot peel cream. Peels away dry skin, moisturizes feet, instant results. Suspicious. Aloe sugar maple extract. This looks like moisturizing ingredients. And then a bunch of citrus extracts, which can be irritating, but on the soles of the feet, that is pretty hardy territory there. Kind of like that baby foot peel, or a version of it. Speaking of just like copying versions of the same thing, there's so many of these exfoliating foot peels. You'd have to go back in time and figure out who the OG foot peel was. I guess it's that baby foot peel, right? What is this, 1993 with the caboodle? These always, in my opinion, they were cool, like you had to have one, but they were kind of, I don't know. I always found them a little disappointing, probably because I never really wore makeup. So it was just like a complicated toolbox for my hair elastics. But they're cute. I don't need any of these, but they are awfully cute. Look at this one. Little doggy. Mark Tetra. Y'all know I enjoy the Advanced Clinicals Retinol Body Lotion. Looks like they have a cracked heel cream here with shea butter, lactic acid, avocado oil. It does have fragrance in it, but again, on the bottom of the feet, less of an issue. What is this Miracle Plus exfoliating cream? This one relies more on fruit extracts with the papaya there. That looks promising. Five-in-one Dry Skin Rescue. Manuka honey, propolis. Those are pretty hydrating ingredients, but if you're allergic to beeswax, there's a lot of crossover in terms of the allergens amongst all of these. Royal jelly, propolis, but they are pretty moisturizing ingredients. Hush, hush. 100% pure essential oil blend. This is lavender for just huffing, a little mood boost sniff. Okay, lavender is pretty relaxing. Skinny tan. Is that like to just tan your tan lines from like your strap? I don't know why they're calling it skinny tan. It's kind of a weird marketing. Instant tanner dark. That's probably a higher percentage of DHA. I wonder if it's what is now within limits of what is allowable in the EU. People get freaked out when the EU bans stuff, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything scary. It's just they ban a lot of things. Be happy with grapefruit and orange. Happy bath. Body wash. Cozy perfume range. Some big body washes. $6.99. And then there's always the Philosophy shampoo, shower gel, bubble baths. They always end up over here. I didn't know that Bliss had a body wash. I guess it wasn't popular. Usually when things end up in Marshall, it's because they weren't super popular. It does have obviously fragrance in it, but shea butter is moisturizing. Niacinamide. I'm not sure why you would need niacinamide in a body wash. I just feel like sometimes it's easier for brands to just keep putting the same ingredient and stuff. Like, they have like a base or something, and that's why it keeps ending up in everything. I'm not sure, I'm just guessing. Speaking of advanced clinicals, here's our collagen moisturizer. It's pretty good. And what's the price point? $5.99. Yeah, very moisturizing. Alright, y'all know I have a love-hate relationship with this gnome, but look at this one. The s'mores gnome. He is adorable. Those little marshmallows are so cute. This sequency one. Some patriotic mugs. Pretty cute. This looks like it holds quite a bit. I like this one, the stars. It's cute. Aren't these little puffy stickers cute? Oh, I love the little frog and the flamingo. Those are sweet. I also have these for summer. These are cute. Looks like Kroger has a version of the Neutrogena body oil, the sesame scent. This is good for helping to remove sunscreen from the body. Just slide it all over and then get in the shower and wash it off. It just kind of helps break it up. Simple Truth brand has these exfoliating sugar cubes. I got a product like this in my FabFitFun box a long time ago, and I can't remember. I want to say I liked it. I can't remember. I did finish it. I think I found it kind of messy. What is this nut butter scrub? Almond and shea. Bentonite clay, that's helpful for oil. You know, people comment that coconut oil aggravates their acne, but I've never had that issue personally. So I decided to come back to this Dollar Tree because I came here the other day for you guys and I filmed that shop with me video, but I didn't actually get to look around. Looks like they have 4th of July stuff out. These little mini hats are cute. So I wanted to come over here because I did pick up a few good finds when I was here last time. This is interesting, this men's pre-shave facial scrubber, this little silicone thing can kind of help to lift out any potentially ingrowing hairs, get everything, reduce the formation of ingrown hairs without being irritating. This Dollar Tree has a substantial craft section, if I do say so. Get these little mini glass bottle charms, and they have washable paint. Little things that you can paint. Oh, they have stickers too. Wall decals. Well, hey guys, I just hopped out of the shower and I'm gonna come in with, what did I do this morning? This morning I did the performance cream I showed you guys. So tonight I'm gonna do, again, the moisture recovery cream. See how it goes. But as far as the performance cream, so update, you know, I layered it underneath the, I layered it under the Flawless Complexion, the Coat's Flawless Complexion Tinted Sunscreen. You all saw me do that this morning. Before I layered the sunscreen on over it, I made sure it was fully dry and everything. And I didn't have any issues today with pilling or any problems reapplying the Coat's Mineral Flawless Complexion Sunscreen on over that moisturizer. So seems like they're a good fit. Now, I will say this about the Coats. I said this in the last weekend's vlog. It is a standalone facial moisturizer for me. I find it keeps the skin very hydrated and moisturized. It's comfortable to wear. It's easy to reapply. I wish it were water resistant, but whatevs. They do make water resistant formulas that are pretty good too. They also have a primer, a tinted mineral sunscreen primer. It's quite good. I imagine it performs really well under makeup. Anyways, let's see what the moisture recovery cream looks like. All right, let's check the consistency on this one. So I tried this out for the first time last night, and it's more of a whipped kind of consistency. It's nice and rich and creamy. Whereas the one we used this morning was more, the performance cream was a bit more lightweight. So I worry that this one, the Moisture Recovery Cream, I don't think it would perform as well under sunscreen, because the performance cream, which did perform well under sunscreen, is a lot more lightweight. This is a much richer formula. Oh, it's so nice. This one feels really good too. That's one thing I will say about these moisturizers, just kind of on first impression. I've only been trying them out a few days, so not enough to make a full opinion, but they do feel really good applying to the skin. And there's no niacinamide. A lot of you guys struggle to find moisturizers that are free of niacinamide, so we've got that going for you. You may be wondering why I'm all glossy and shiny. If you missed last weekend's vlog, I have continued on the trend of body slugging my arms and legs, especially my thighs. It's made a huge difference, and I've been slug-a-dugging with the Eucerin Intensive Repair Essential Oil Balm. I shared with you guys this product last weekend. I love it. If you find that your skin does not get along well with petrolatum, but you want to try some version of slugging, try this out. It's a kind of a jelly oil consistency. I've only ever found products this consistency in the Japanese skincare market. I haven't ever really come across many in the US market quite like that. It is good, or there are no essential oils in it, by the way. I know the name is a bit confusing, but anyway, so I just put together some clips for a TikTok, and it got me thinking. I see a lot of people online putting out these kind of blanket recommendations in terms of the frequency with which you need to be exfoliating. We've talked about this before. The need to exfoliate, it's largely overstated by skincare companies to get you to buy more products. Of course, many people benefit from incorporating an exfoliating product into their routine, but not everyone needs to. And a good basic skincare routine of cleansing, moisturizing, and sunscreen will naturally help support your skin's natural turnover processes. Anyways, when it comes to using an exfoliating skincare product, I prefer chemical exfoliants, alpha hydroxy acids over physical exfoliants. They tend to be a lot more sophisticated, precise in the way in which they exfoliate. Anyways, bottom line, the frequency with which you should use an exfoliant depends on the product, how it's formulated, rather than trying to go by these arbitrary rules of, you know, once a week I'm going to exfoliate, and or 3 times a week I'm going to exfoliate. It really depends on the product. I mean, for example, the Peach Slices salicylic acid moisturizer or the Cetaphil salicylic acid moisturizer, those have a low percentage of salicylic acid, can be used on a daily basis. They will just kind of help nudge forward exfoliation for those who need it. It can be used daily, whereas other products like the Exuviance AP Performance Peel, you would not be using that all the time. So it really boils down to the product. Honestly, most products over the counter, they, for the most part, are ones in which they could be used on a daily basis. The other thing is it boils down to the individual, and of course other products that you may be using can increase the irritation that you experience if using exfoliants like what I'm putting on my face right now, tretinoin. If you're new to starting tretinoin, you may not be wanting to doing the chemical exfoliant products because your skin is getting used to tretinoin. It's called the retinization process. So it's advised to not be using those at that time, and then to slowly reintroduce them once your skin gets accustomed to the retinoid. But this, you know, making blanket statements about the schedule in which you should be exfoliating, it's very misleading. Admittedly, some products give much clearer instructions than others. You know, some go as far as to instruct you to do a test spot. Some go as far to even tell you to do a short contact time with it to get used to it. The bigger problem is if you try and stick to some kind of schedule. Here's an issue. If you try and stick to some kind of schedule, you're like, I'm going to do an alpha hydroxy acid exfoliant 3 days a week. And being what the skincare market is, it's always tempting you to try out something new. So say you've been doing that 3 times a week or whatever, and then you see this other product out there that has this marketed as the same percentage of glycolic acid. You use that, start using it 3 times a week. Well, you may hit a pain point with that product, and which your skin is hyper irritated, you're like, I'm using it 3 times a week. Flip the box over and it tells you to only use it once a week, and you're going, why is this different? They're the same percentage of glycolic acid. Because glycolic acid, its strength boils down to the formulation overall, not the percentage per se. The percentage, it can mislead you, in other words, if you go off of that. So at the end of the day, you really have to be careful when it comes to exfoliants that you don't just go on some, schedule, but rather you follow the instructions of the product in terms of how it's intended to be used. And you're mindful of other ingredients that you may be using, and you pay attention to your skin. You can always back down on the frequency. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up, put my Fitbit on my shiny wrist. Update on this, my skin has kind of stopped being irritated by whatever material is here, but the Fitbit does leave an indentation on my wrist. I don't know. You guys told me in the comments that this was gonna last me about as long as my cheapy one lasted me, and I love that one. They discontinued it on Amazon, the saga of my step tracking. But so far, I've been wearing it. One thing I will say about it is I like the way that it looks in comparison to the other one I had. The other one, if you're new here, was Lintelec. It was kind of an Amazon find, if you will, not a name brand, but I have never been above generics in my life. Like, I have always been one to eat Toastums instead of Pop-Tarts. Although Toastums, they did have a distinctly different taste in comparison to Pop-Tarts. Like, there was definitely a difference there. They were not a dupe, but I liked them. Yeah, I've always been on team generic, and especially when it comes to like body care products where they're pretty much identical, skincare products, personal care products, or things like bleach. Like, do you really need to buy Clorox brand bleach? The generic is like a few cents cheaper, and I know what you're thinking, like, okay, you're kind of picking at straws, but honestly, it's bleach. Like, why are you paying extra for bleach? Why am I yelling at you about purchasing habits that I'm assuming that someone out there has? I don't know. If you do buy Clorox over generic bleach, what is the thing? Is just you like the way it looks? Some people like the way things look on their shelves in a certain way. I get it, aesthetics. It's like a form of home decor, I suppose. Again, I'm not the one to give recommendations on home decor. You've seen my apartment. It's like a mess. If it weren't for the FabFitFun box, I think I would just have a mattress on the floor that I laid on. That is me. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up. I hope you all enjoyed it. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.